What's up, guys? So this is a little update in case you guys care. Like a mini vlog about what has been going on lately. Um, the Mustang that I test drove is gone. Denmark Auto Brokers is the guy who sold the car, and he was gonna sell it to me, but I was sort of on the fence between that and the BMW. And to be honest with you, I sort of had made up my mind just to go with the Mustang because I had looked up, I was just looking up all these videos on it, and like you can modify it easy, and it still is 300 horsepower. So I figured, you know what, it's probably quick enough. It's probably gonna feel quick enough. And the thing is, I just really trust the guy because is what he ended up doing for me lately, and he really hooked me up. Just a really completely out of nowhere. I asked him prior to actually, the Mustang situation even got finished and completed. I asked him if he would put my mom's car in my name, and he agreed. Actually, he's just like, well, if you buy the Mustang for me, I'll totally take care of you. But then, of course, another week went by. Some guy, could not find an Ecoboost Mustang for the price that this guy was selling it at. He was only selling it for like $2,100 or $21,000, and brand new, they're close to 26. I don't know, 25, 26. There just was really no other deal, and this was a nice red color, and it had the better rims. It didn't have the track package. That was about the only thing I don't think it had. But it was just a real clean car. It only had about maybe 700 or 800 miles on it. And the only thing that I don't really like about Mustangs is they have a big hood. And I'm used to, like, after driving the BMW that I drove, I just felt like I really like small cars. I feel like they're just more nimble. But then I drove the Mustang again, and I'm like, I just want something that drives like brand new. And it just is what it is. I'm gonna spend. Somewhat good news is they lowered the price on the 2014 228 at Fine, Florida Fine Cars, and I'm not sure I really like this place, but I mean, I could probably just do nothing and just wait and see what happens, but I'm just getting antsy. I'm just tired of driving my car. It's just old. It's 2007, and its value certainly isn't going up, let me tell you. And that dropped in price, and then also this 2015 X-Drive 228 dropped in price, about $1,000. But basically, I think the Palm Beach Toyota, they might be a somewhat more reputable place, but they have dealer fees, and I don't think you can get out of them. I think that if you try to get out of them, they're just gonna tell you to take a walk, and then you walk away with nothing. So I don't know. I mean, since they lowered the price to $20,989, throw the $1,000 back in, and when all said and done, is you're still paying less than you would have even 2 weeks ago. So, but the only thing is, like, I really just want rear wheel. I don't want all-wheel drive again, even though the BMW X-Drive is good. You just don't need all-wheel drive in Florida, especially where I go. I mean, maybe if you're gonna go, I don't even know, in some dirty, dusty area with dirt, mud, who knows what. Not that you'd want to take that car into it, but there's some like weird, sketchy areas up north where my friend went, drove his dirt bike, and he was racing around, and I was in my fairly new Impreza at the time, and the all-wheel drive actually came in handy because I was in a very muddy sort of area, so it was kind of fun to drive around in all-wheel drive. But you know, I mean, if you're just going to be on the street, at worst, heavy rain, that's at worst. You really don't need all-wheel drive, and I've kind of sort of come to accept that fact. It's like I like it. I like the way that when you go around the corner in all-wheel drive, you just basically, it just grips you and it takes you. Got an itch. And it just takes you through the corner, and it's nice. You don't have to worry about the rear end flying out, but at the same time, it's just less fun because let's say you want the rear end to come out a little bit. It's not happening. I mean, I could not spin the tires in my Impreza even if I tried. You'd have to be in like full rocks or gravel or grass in order to spin any tires if you want to have that sort of sensation of spinning tires. And it just is what it is. It is what it is. So I could take a look at both of these cars and maybe drive the one at Palm Beach Toyota. I'm not sure if they will let me. I'm not sure because the one at Florida Fine Cars, they let me drive it no problem. I just didn't get to drive it a lot. I drove it around the block twice, and from what I gathered, it drove fine. I mean, it really drove, you know, very nice, way better than my car. It has the Pilot Super Sports on there. It has nice rims, and it seemed pretty clean. It just what the one at Florida Fine Cars lacks is it doesn't have, for some ungodly reason, it doesn't have the paddle shifters. And I really want paddle shifters because, but it's not a big deal because, you know, it won't kill it for me if I don't have paddle shifters. It still has a nice transmission, and you can still manually change gears if you want. You just got to do it on the ground, on the floor, you know, on the shifter. So instead of going, you know, flick, flick, you're grabbing the stick down there and you're flicking it down. And that's the biggest difference. So I think that for you know, 2,000 less, I could get over it if the car is clean, as I think it is. If I drive the one at Palm Beach Toyota, it is newer. It's a year newer, but you know, when exactly was it sold, I don't know. It does have longer warranty. I don't know if I looked at the actual Carfax. Actually, I can tell you right now. I'm looking it up real quick. The Carfax for this particular car, excuse me, the warranty says, yeah. See, this is a kicker. This has 17 months left versus the other one, which is, I believe, maybe 7 months. So this is a full solid year plus warranty. So is that worth, you know, the peace of mind? And I'm not going to hit 20,000 miles in a year. You know, I'll be lucky to hit 10. The way I've been driving, I've been hardly going anywhere. I go up to the street, I go up to Publix, I go up to the, you know, the pet store, I go to Walmart every now and then. I just, you know, now since it's only me in this household, I barely leave the house. Only if I need to. So it's, you know, it's so weird that I'm stuck on this car because it's like I drove and I just loved it. But it's like there's hardly any of them for sale. It's not like I have a huge selection to choose from. I don't have like 5 of them to choose from. And I don't know if it's because, you know, maybe people are still leasing them, or, you know, there are more, but they've been in accidents. You know, I don't want one that's been in an accident, and I'm trying to find one that's just clean. And it just feels like such a sketchy business. Like why are these cars only being sold if they were in an accident? It just, Pete's. I will be doing another review on a different Pete's coffee flavor, and I don't like to call it flavors, but you know, it's like it has a different origin, so to speak. I forget what the name of it is, but you know, when it comes, maybe I'll just surprise myself. I forget. My nose always itches when I hit record. I don't know what it is. But that's the update, guys. So there's a 2014 and a 2015 BMW. It's the same car, essentially. One has paddle shifters and all-wheel drive. One doesn't have paddle shifters and is rear-wheel drive. Which would you want? I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, if it really comes down to what car drives better, then I might have to go with that. Hopefully, maybe Steve will be able to find me a 228 as well in the next week, and then all my problems will be solved. I don't know, because I know he'll give me a good deal, and he won't get a car unless he's positive that he can trust it himself. So that's what the scoop is. So yeah, the car at the car at Palm Beach Toyota is white. They both have the same rims, and oh, there's a difference actually. The 2015 does not have memory seats, which is I found very odd that someone got this car and it has manual seats. I mean, it's a freaking BMW. I mean, I see two plastic handles. I'm just assuming that it means they're not electric. The one I drove was electric, and it had memory settings as well. So I don't know. I don't know which one. I really don't know. It's weird. So that's the update, guys. So my car's all legal. It's all done. I have to. I called the insurance company, and for some reason my next payment is supposed to be more expensive than it was, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It should go lower. Like, my mom is off the policy now, so to speak. There's only one driver. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to call him back, because it went from like $67 to $80. Why would it be more expensive? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. So I'm gonna take you guys on the trip. I'm definitely gonna have to look at this white one, even though it doesn't have the memory power seats, and it has the xDrive. I just think, well, that's just something else to break. I don't know. I'm sure you don't want that to break. Holy mackerel, because it's a complicated all-wheel drive system. It does a lot of crazy calculations. And I just wanted the rear wheel. I wanted to be able to, if it's a little wet out, maybe I wanted to like kick the rear end out a little bit if it's possible. It's not like it's that fast. It's 240 horsepower, but I have heard it's 240. But they sort of underrate it. Like, it's just not 240 horsepower and that's it. It's closer maybe to 253. So maybe the wheel horsepower is closer to like 227. I don't know. That's something I heard people talking about, that they underrate the horsepower for whatever reason. I don't know why. All right, guys. Till next time. Stay safe. Stay safe. You fucking... Look at this.